What's up, great Earthlings? How are you, man? I am Y311H, man. Straight out of Africa with lots of good vibes. Wonderful soul. Kindly, just like you have clicked this video, watch it till the end and hit the like button so that we can help one another in spreading love to the whole world, man. Showing the importance of unity, forgiveness, and honesty. Wouldn't you be happy when the whole world would have united? Well, if you believe so, kindly react together with me these videos and leave your comments, you see? Without forgetting to tell us where you're watching from, man. Let's dive in. Good vibes all the way.
Oh, wait.
What?
How does that happen?
Because we're in the middle.
But look, the moon is right there in front of the sun.
Wait.
But the moon is over here. Why is the moon right there if it's supposed to be in front of the sun? Here, I'm using these right here.
That's insane.
Do you see that? If the moon is right there in front of the sun, then why is it over there?
I'm gonna Google that.
That can't be, or the flat, I don't know, or the flat earthers, right?
Maybe it is flat.
It's a conspiracy, dude.
We're all gonna be zombies.
Oh man, what's going on? 2024 solar eclipse. What's that on the moon, good people of Earth? Oh, you see, this is an unedited picture and we see some creature there on the moon. Or maybe some stuff, some object on the moon. And now it's quite creepy. Because now you wonder, what's up, man? Oh, look to this good vibes guy here. Decided to make some marks there at the beach. Oh, and this is good vibes, man. And the animals, all those birds there, came to feed on that stuff. It's good vibes.
Okay, here's the myth. You're not gonna like it, but here's the myth. God is preparing a man for you. Incorrect. Biblically speaking, the Bible says that God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. I'm going to let you sit on that for a couple seconds. God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. So the one God is preparing is you. You have to understand that God prepares you as a woman to come into the life of a man, to be a helpmate, to bring value into his life, to be able to allow him and encourage him to do what God has destined for him to do. But as a woman that is unprepared, what happens is instead of allowing the man to do what God has called him to do, you make it all about you. And you want the man to make you his God. It was never planned that way. As a woman, you need to align with your man, and both of you need to serve God, because that is what God ordained, for man and woman to join together and serve God.
So, CERN, how'd it go yesterday? Did you summon your demons? Did you open your portal? Did ya? Did ya? Did ya? We all know you're doing some wild stuff over there. You know, with your statue of Shiva, the goddess of destruction that stands outside your building. And the grand opening ceremony that you did with the Baphomet dancing around. That was cute. That was real cute. And you also had NASA fire a rocket into this eclipse that was named Apep, which, by the way, is the Egyptian serpent demon of destruction and chaos. Yet all you tell us is that, oh, we're just smashing particles together just to see what happens. Did you create a black hole? Did you open a portal? Did you summon your demons? Tell us. How'd it go?
Unexpected thing happened when these men heard a strange voice coming from inside the giant rock. Curiosity got the best of them and they couldn't resist investigating further. They get near the rock hoping to catch a glimpse of whatever was making that mysterious sound. However, they still couldn't see anything. So the next day they came back with a group of friends to join them in their quest to uncover the truth. They set up the cameras to see what was inside the drain. They were astonished by what they saw. They weren't able to see what exactly was it, but they could see his eyes. So they brought a stonebreaker and some more tools. After 2 hours of hard work, it seemed impossible to break the giant rock this way, so they used hydraulic equipment to open gaps. After removing the rock pieces, they were able to see that there was a dog stuck inside. After many hours of hard work, they rescued the dog and provided him with a safe place. Subscribe.
Oh man, that's some good vibes here, man. That's great, man. You see? Scary footages found of strange creatures across the world. You see, look at that one. Allegedly it's a fish, and why does it have that face? Oh, is this a snake or what's up? Oh my god. Hey, which one is that? Looks like some snake that grew some hands on its head, or what happened? Good people of Earth, is this a real bird or is this a doll? You see, I'm surprised English people can make stuff that look like almost real creatures. You see, this one I've never seen it or come across it. What is it, man? Also, this stuff, is it a mini dinosaur? Or what do you call this, man? This is crazy. Oh, looks like some hybrid of lizard and a snake. And then there's this stuff here that, oh my god, looks like a dragon. This is crazy, man. You see, if you've been keeping up with our episodes, there was some episode of some guys that thought that creature was a dragon. Yo, and then there's this one. Oh my god. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, man. You see? The wind is so strong in Cape Town that it reversed the tide. Oh my god, this is crazy. You mean that is possible? Oh, I can't believe it. That must be a lot of wind, man. Oh my god. Oh, this is unbelievable. You mean wind can do this to water? People that live near large water bodies. Hey. This is extremely strong wind that can carry people. Oh my god. Wonderful husbands. We all need to be caring for one another like we do for ourselves, you see? And above all, being honest, forgiving and full of love, you see? That way we can never ever be blown in our minds by stuff that we see. Other stuff that happen in nature and we hardly understand, you see? But there could be some guys in this world with the information of what's going on, you see? Wow. Leave your comments, man.
Amun was the origin of the word Amen. This is the Egyptian god Amun. And so if you say Amun or Amen at the end of something you say, you're invoking the energy of Amun and causing it to manifest faster. And this is why they took on the saying Amen at the end of the magic spells in Christianity.
Well, hi everyone, this is Bob the Science Guy. You may recall a conversation I had with this particular individual when I first came on TikTok. And one of the things that we talked about just before he kicked me off his show was that we could measure the radius of the Earth using the odometer of our car. And that was just absolutely mind-blowing to him. So I got to thinking, I haven't actually shown you how to do that. Let's go ahead and do it. Now this is a very simple demonstration of a measurement of the radius of the Earth. Now, in order for you to better understand what I'm talking about, let me go over a concept in trigonometry. Now, if you have a circle of radius r, there is going to be a distance along the circumference of that circle that has the same length as the radius itself. That's called a radian. Now, as you may recall, the circumference formula for a circle is 2 pi radius. And since the radius and the radian are the same length, we can say this is 2 pi radians. Now, we're used to talking about circles in matters of degree. However, we can also talk about circles by radians. Well, what's a radian compared to a degree? Well, 1 radian equals 360 degrees divided by 2 pi. Sometimes you'll see this listed as 180 degrees by pi. Here's the trigonometric bottom line. 1 radian equals 57.3 degrees. If you take any circle of any radius and take out a 57.3 degree section of that, this portion of the circumference will equal the radius. Now the key concept here is that you don't need to know the radius of the Earth. You just need to know how many degrees you have traveled across the surface of the Earth. And then you can calculate what 1 radian would be. And once you know what 1 radian is, you know the radius of the sphere. Now let's look at a couple of examples of this, real-life examples that you can do yourself. This is one of those measurements that anybody can do with literally no equipment. There are 3 things that you need to have. 1, you need to find a north-south road that is at least probably 50 or 60 miles long. Second of all, you need to get the exact coordinates of both the start and the end of that road. And you get that from your phone, from your GPS. You just need the exact latitude and longitude of each end. And then third, go out and drive it. Keep track of your odometer
Use your odometer to figure out how far it is from the starting point to the end point. Now this is over in Professor Nixie's neck of the woods. This is Denver, Colorado, and just north of Denver there's a little town called Wellington. Now if you measure the distance along a straight north-south road between Denver and Wellington, you find that it has a map length of about 66.4 miles. If you put it into Google Maps and say I want to drive between these two locations, it'll say 70 miles. However, I think that that involves going into town a little bit too, rather than going to the intersection. So let's have a look at the math behind all of this. Now right here you'll see the coordinates of Wellington. This is 40.7051 degrees north, and it's 105.001 degrees west. That's what the negative means. Now the point in Denver that we started was 39.7402, and its longitude is 104.9896. As you see, these longitudes are very close to each other. So it's 70 miles by drive and 66.4 miles as the crow flies. The difference in latitude between these two locations is 0.9649 degrees. Well, how do we figure this out? What we do is we divide 1 radian, which is 57.3 degrees, by the change in latitude, and then multiply it by the distance that we drove. So, if the distance is truly 70 miles, the radius of the Earth is 4,156.9 miles. However, if you look at the actual distance between those 2 points of 66 miles, we calculate a radius of 3943 miles. Now, the accepted radius on average is about 3959 miles. Now, does this only work in Denver? Well, it turns out no. In South America, there's a little town called Atollia, and that's in Argentina. And here are the coordinates. It's 38.9687 degrees south, 64.0731 degrees west. So here is La Adela, and if you look at the north end of this road, there's a little bend in it. This is a very straight road that goes due north, but right up here at the end there's a little bend. Let me show you that. So here's the north end of the road. You see this sharp turn to the right. I stopped the measurement at that turn. So let's go ahead and find out the data on it. Here's the coordinates of the southern end of the route. Here's the coordinates of the northern end of the route. The difference in latitude is 1.156 degrees, and the distance is 79.6 miles. Now, we did the same calculation that we did up in Denver. The radius this time comes out to 3945.57 miles. It's less than a 0.3% error. Now, let's look at one more place. One was up around 39 degrees north, one's down around 39 degrees south. Let's look at the equator. So here are 2 locations in Brazil. You can look them up if you wish. One is Dom Elisen, and the coordinate is 4.2929 degrees south and 47.557 west. Likewise, here are the coordinates for São Miguel, Brazil, which is due south of it. Now the distance between those 2 points is 183.63 miles, and the change in latitude is 2.6721 degrees. Let's go ahead and do our math. Same math. We have 1 radian, the number of degrees changed, times the distance. Radius comes out to 3938 miles. That actually surprised me. I thought it might be just a little bit more, probably rounding errors. And that's that. So using a little more than your car's odometer and a little knowledge of trigonometry, you can easily calculate the radius of the Earth yourself using equipment that you already own. You have access to a vehicle. You have access to a GPS device. You can use a calculator. Now, one thing that's very important to note with this is all 3 locations that we went, different locations on Earth, same hemisphere, but different locations, all came back to exactly the same radius. If you do this anywhere in the world, you will come back to approximately the same radius. Why do you think that is? This is Bob the Science Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you give me a follow if you like this sort of content, because I'm going to be putting out quite a bit of it this week. Take care, guys.
Okay, I'm driving home. I just pulled over. This is west. This is Portage la Prairie. This is east. It's Winnipeg. This is the highway. That is the moon in the east sky. That makes no sense. The sun sets in the west. Sorry, that's in the west sky. That is the moon in the west sky. The moon in the west sky. And it's like 9 o'clock p.m. It's supposed to be over here, and there's nothing in the east. There's no moon, nothing. Like, what the hell?
Oh man, what's going on, good people? That is creepy. And then there's this, oh my god. Oh, crazy stuff, man. Is this here in the clouds or what's up? It's like the clouds are on fire.
Watch this. So you're telling me, for the right amount of money, you are being pursued by the federal government. You can send a decoy airplane to go a total different direction with your name as being on board that airplane. And meanwhile, the government demands that airplane to land, thinking that you are on that airplane trying to flee the country. And while they, believe you are on this private jet, it lands and you're not there. You are really on another airplane, which they have no idea where and what airplane you are on, exiting the country. Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, due to recent events, someone is heading somewhere where they cannot be extradited back to the United States to face their actions. You will probably never ever see this man step foot on U.S. soil again. He's not the first to do it. There are other celebrities that have gone down for nefarious things, but they do a little something different. Do you know what that is? These people will fake their right and make everyone think that they no longer exist. Meanwhile, they are somewhere living on a private island with all their money, chefs, everything you can possibly think of, and everybody thinks they're no longer here. Everything you see in this world is not really what it is. There's many things that deceive the human eye. Evil people who have money are able to escape justice because they have the funds. This is not little money. They have the funds to create a whole new identity. Some have even changed their face with plastic surgery. I'm out.
Good people of Earth, you see? Let's just be honest and caring.
Often have said, the more you surrender, the more magic happens. It sounds simplistic, but it's not. So let's break it down. Surrender. The more you surrender, well, surrender to what? Well, first of all, you're surrendering from your thinking mind. Your thinking mind knows everything. Everything has to be reasonable, and so no magic happens. Magic is something that goes beyond your normal reason, like love, like awe, like synchronicity. Well, a lot of wonderful things I know a lot of you have experienced. Anyway, so that's what you're surrendering from. You're surrendering to that which is higher, as we have said in another video, like surrender. Sur means on top, surface, sur, above. And render is to melt. So you're melting into that which is above. You're melting to your own higher self. So when you surrender, you are connected to your higher self, one, and you are not letting your thinking mind, who knows everything and everything has to be logical and reasonable, you're surrendering, you're letting go of that. So for these reasons, it's really true. The more we surrender, the more magic happens. Try it out, you'll see.
Oh my god. Interesting stuff with those ones.
This is their ideologies. This guy discovered electricity flying a kite in a rainstorm with the key at the end of it, and he lived to tell about it. This guy discovered gravity, except for there's pyramids that defy the law that he discovered. So he came up with the right idea after an apple dropped on his goddamn head.
Oh my god. Hey, you see how nasty is good.
Check this out, y'all. So my boy is coming out of the grass in Texas, right? And then he looks at the sun and he sees this. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? At first he couldn't see it. He couldn't see it because the light was so blinding and so bright. And then once the camera was able to focus, he notices it. Y'all check it out.
Wow. Yeah, and look at this, man. I know I'm not tripping. Grand Rising, 2 sons. That's crazy. Grand Rising.
And then he was on FaceTime with his boy, and you can clearly see what's in the sky. Y'all check it out. Look at this. Look at this. What? Why is there 3 suns out there, y'all? Look at that. And that is not a lens flare. He told me that's not a lens flare. That was literally another sun out there. But y'all see that? Check it out. Oh, wow. And then this was sent to me from Atlanta, Georgia, y'all. Do you guys see that? Do you see that? Is this what they mean by a holographic universe? Do you see the planets, the holographic planets back there? This little moon and then this huge red giant planet back there? Is that what they mean by a holographic universe? Again, y'all, what an amazing time to be alive. Thank you to everyone that shared these videos and pictures with me. Keep sharing them with y'all because everybody needs to see what is going on in the skies. The news is not reporting on any of this, so we have to make the people aware of what's going on in the sky. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. And we are getting close to that solar eclipse, y'all. Y'all see all the activities going on in the sky. Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level at the topics at hand. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Good people, do you find these things in the sky creepy? Yeah?
Above, so below, right? Wrong. I told you the secret about this axiom and about alchemy over a year ago. And y'all are still out here quoting as above, so below like it's the damn truth. Talking about correspondence and reflection and the Kybalion. The Kybalion was written in America 100 years ago by a man who pretty much just plagiarized a woman. And that woman was pretty much just elaborating on the occult ideas that were circulating around that time in England. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ilyan, and I guess you're off the hook. I wrote a master's on alchemy, occult symbolism, and Jungian dream analysis, PhD on watermelon political identity, and I'm a writer, teacher, tarot reader, and shapeshifter. Sometimes I turn into a cat. We get the axiom as above, so below from the mistranslations of the Emerald Tablet. Not the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, which were written in the mid-1900s and are only pretending to be ancient. The Emerald Tablet, attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, the oldest surviving version of which is in Arabic. And even Isaac Newton mistranslated it because he translated it from a Latin mistranslation of the Arabic version. And this Arabic version, which was written not 100 years ago, but 1300 years ago, is allegedly a translation of an even older Syriac version. And the line that we have now inherited as above, so below, the second line of this 14-line tablet, in al-a'la min al-asfal wal-asfal min al-a'la, literally means the above is of the below and the below is of the above. They're not like each other, they're not as each other, they're not reflections or correspondences of one another, they are one another. And this highly misunderstood central axiom in the alchemical tradition is what allowed medieval Arab scientists to develop what we now call vaccines. See, because by understanding that the above is of the below and the below is of the above, Arab scientists were able to figure out that if there was going to be a cure for poison, then it had to come from the poison itself. And you can use this logic for pretty much any binary that stumps you. The above is of the below and the below is of the above means that your strengths are hidden in your weaknesses. Your light is hidden in your shadow. Your masculine power is hidden in your feminine power. The springtime is the newborn of the winter season, and the day is always pregnant with the night. And to quote Gibran, a tyrant cannot rule a free people. If it is a tyrant you seek to dethrone, see first that his throne, erected within you, is destroyed. And if you want to learn more about alchemy from the individual to the collective, hit the follow button.
Oh man, yo, a lot of things going on around, you see?
In the woods, here's an incredible way to find north without a compass. You could even try this at home and verify it with your phone compass right after watching. And the only thing you'll need to know is the time. First, imagine the face of a clock. You can draw it out like this, or if you have an analog watch, even better. 12, 3, 6, 9. Now find the direction of the sun. Even on a cloudy day, you could usually tell where it is. Let's say it's 3 o'clock, we're gonna point that 3 o'clock mark towards the sun. And now we find halfway between whatever time it is and the number 12. That middle mark will give us the approximate direction of south. Draw a line across from that and you have your north-south direction.
Yo man, that's some good vibes survival tricks in the jungle, you see? That's interesting, man.
This is why I talk about spiritual psychosis on this app, and creators like Alex serves tea. People are having serious psychotic breakdowns about the eclipse, and it's because of too much internet time, and it's because of crazy predictions made by creators like Alex. Why is there this blue thing in the video? Alex is hexing me right now. Can you guys see that? It looks like a lightsaber in the video. Oh, hey, Alex, remember when you committed crimes to try to get me to stop talking about you and try to get me off the internet? Let's talk about that, okay? Alex and all of these like spiritual or religious doomsday type creators, and their predictions never come true. Like, they never take responsibility for sending people into panic. And it's like so fascinating to see someone in real time experiencing a breakdown like in that video. That's what actually happens to people, Alex. This isn't a game. Like, whenever people go to the psych ward and they're like, it's because of Alex serves tea, she's like, that wasn't me. Like, no. You guys know the Laura Faye? Remember when I called her out last year when one of her followers passed away from mysterious circumstances? And guess who just contacted me like 2 weeks ago? Another person who Laura Faye sent their family member into a literal psychosis. He was obsessed with her. He was unbelievably obsessed with Laura Faye. And he ended up in the psych ward because of it and some of like the predictions she made. And their family reached out to me and asked me to like expose the whole story. Oh my God. I will be a voice of reason on this app. Spiritual psychosis is so real, and it's gotten so much worse since the pandemic started and like since short form content and everything. Please learn how to protect yourself from these creators, because it starts small and you don't even know that you're getting indoctrinated into this crazy, crazy mess.
Yo man, wonderful admins. Thank you very much for watching up to this part. You see, here we are always talking about honesty, because we believe honesty is a very good thing, and there is no need for lies among us to one another. You see, if you love and care for your neighbor, like you love and care for yourself, that way your neighbor will also love and care for you the way you care for yourself, and the whole world will be good vibes, and there will be no need for lying to one another. You see, that way even forgiving people could have been very easy, you see, because when you are honest, there is no need for carrying people's burdens at heart. You see, you can be forgiving. Good vibes, admins. just like you have watched up to this far with some good vibes gesture, kindly always hit the like button, leave your comments, tell us where you're watching from, you see? And for those that have clicked in for the first time, well, it's great to have you here. Lots of love and respect to you, man. Feel much welcome. This is the place to be. It's a good vibes place where we always spread love. And for that, some clap for you for clicking in, man. It's some good vibes. You see, previously there were some guys talking about our friend here, the rabbit. You see, and it was creepy because I saw some guys might have misunderstood our friend's face here and thought he was a little bit scared. Let me tell you one thing, English people, that maybe I thought you don't realize. You see, I saw some guy there the other day talking about fruits, saying that you cannot just pick fruits from the tree and eat it like that. They have to be prepared. My friends, you see, it's like you missed some points about the things that happen on the ground here. Now you see, like this animal, it does not interact with people if it does not feel good vibes. You see, for it to stay here, oh my god, it really have to be good vibes and you have to have bonded with it for quite some time. You see, this animal, catching it alone, not even putting it where you are, catching it, you see, oh, it's a hectic stuff and can take you a holiday if you are new to it, you see. So this animal is just happy here, reacting together with me, and it feels nice, man, you see. For the sake of good value. You see, even after we are done, I tried to remove it here, telling it, no, my friend, now let's go in the farm. He refuses, you see, let's continue with this stuff. It's good vibes, man. Thanks to yourself. So till next time, stick around. Some very, very fire episode will be coming soon. Bye bye. Peace and love be with you, man. You are out. We are out to bed. Ah, my friend. Hey, wait. Come and see. Look at these guys here. Come.